Brittany, today is the day we have been so eagerly waiting for. It feels like the longest wait I have ever endured, but it also feels like just yesterday that we adventured through Yellowstone. The anticipation of popping the question to you nearly boiling over before we even got to the park, and then planning all the details by the campfire in our hammock later that trip after you said yes.
My love, after 11 months of anxious anticipation, today has finally arrived. In a few short hours, I get to walk down the aisle to a happily ever after better than I could have ever dreamed. I want to savor every minute of today, the best day, the beginning of our grand adventure. Today we get to celebrate our extraordinary love for one another and make a grand exit as husband and wife.
Since we first started dating, I knew you were the one. From the midnight until 6 a.m. drives around the county, staying awake for our night shift positions, to being 630 miles away for 3 months. Although it was fun calling you my fiance while we hiked that ridiculous Zion National Park hike, I think it's time that I start calling you my wife.
I cannot help but feel like our love story actually started long before that day we met in July. The more time I spend with you, Aaron, the more I'm convinced we were made for each other. Like God has been orchestrating this long before we were even thinking of love or the notion of forever.
I cannot explain how proud I am to be able to call you my wife for the rest of my life. How excited I am to travel the world with you, to start a family with you, and have many basset hounds with you. The constant in all of these scenarios is you. I wouldn't be the person I am today without you.
I am ready for today because I know our love is genuine, that you know me fully and still love me more than I can even comprehend.
In a little while, I finally get to see you walk down that aisle, and now that we're this close, I can finally say this and have it mean a little bit more. Can I just marry you already? I love you, Brittany, and I always will. Love, Aaron. Brittany, 712 days ago, June 19th, 2017. On that day, the love of my life, my best friend, you, walked into a room with a smile. And it filled the room. It slowed time. It stood still for me. And a voice in my head sitting there in the front row watching you walk in with your hair in a bun, your salmon shirt, your dress pants that were like grayish black. This voice says, one day I'm going to marry that woman.
Aaron, I prayed that when I was ready, God would put a man in my path who I was meant to spend the rest of my life with. I think God truly outdid himself because the more time I spent with you, the more I caught myself thinking it's like the sky was made for me. I thought that soon transitioned into, I just wish this man would marry me already. God has truly blessed me with a man like you, Aaron, and I am so thankful and so honored that very soon I get to be your wife.
Aaron and Brittany, since you have consented together in holy matrimony and have pledged yourselves to each other, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Aaron, you may kiss your bride.
I'm ringing that bell.
Do it.
Violet as a color gray. We were running through the fields. You had flowers in your hand. We were all chasing phantoms. Baby, you would hold them still and I'd grab on. Yeah. Well, if you're scared of the dark, let the rundown street lights be your stars. And then put your swings in the bar, and I'll swing with you. Sing it. Sing it with me. Sing it with me. And we'll go howling at the moon. It's no use living if you're already there. It's not worth saying if it's already said. Even
with a letter written in your daddy's handwriting. He gave it to me before our wedding. And he said, my love, if love is truly like rain, then I have been in a constant cloudburst for nearly a month. And now these three remain, faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. 1 Corinthians 13:13. Your daddy gave this to me, and now I'm giving it to you. Go off on your adventure.